Good morning, traders, and this is your Dow Jones technical analysis for today. So, a couple of things on the daily. We struggled a bit yesterday, but then it finally got going into the close, which is basically a confirmation bar of the previous day's pin bar. So, we've had a engulfing bar here. I would expect sort of another move to the downside. So, we're going to look at the day in the shorter time frame shortly, and there is actually an entry brewing right now. But we'll get that now. First thing I want to point out is that we've got a clear crossover of our stochastics at the moment to the downside, and we are getting a crossover of stochastic MACD right now. So that is starting to look relatively bearish on the daily. Second thing I just want to highlight is we do have a pretty strong trend line here. We've had two touches there. We haven't had a touch here yet, but we had an area here. So there is a fairly strong trend line at the moment. And the other thing to bear in mind, wrong way, is we've had that trend line that broke, we didn't test it. Okay, which is why a lot of people are saying, this is not going to be a V reversal. They were expecting at least a retest of that trend line. We then created a new trend line there, which did break and has been retested. So this area, this trend line here, is pretty significant. So 23161 is a pretty significant area based on that. And then if we just run back to that trend line there, so you can see what I'm doing here. We had a downward trend line here in January, was used as resistance here late in Feb, and then it was used again as resistance in April before breaking through, and then flipped to support using a support here early May. Okay, so this trend line here to me is still probably the most significant diagonal trend line on the chart right now. But the reason why I've got this other trend line is you can see the intersecting lines here. Okay, so all this is telling us that this is an area of interest for the bulls and the bears. Okay, so a break out of this area is going to be violent one way or another. So just putting that into context, a break below here, which would break this trend line as well as this trend line, and that is 22975, does open up the downside for us. Okay, we just have one little minor problem to get through, and that will be 22627. Okay, the converse is true. On a break to the upside of 24492 or 24500, just to round that off. So that's kind of the structure that I'm seeing at the moment. So nothing has really changed for most of the week. We have been in this within the bigger range from the previous week. So yeah, I think we're still intraday. There are a few little intraday trades, but I think this level here is at 22975 and 22627. This area here is the one that we really need to pay attention to. So it's a good 400-point little zone or buffer of support that we're going to need to break through in order for this thing to continue to the downside. There's a bit of a head and shoulders forming, but we're going to need the neckline here, 22975, to go, and then I'm going to need to see a breakdown, rejection of this area, then a retest before committing to that trade. This little zone here is a little bit big for my liking, a little bit rich. Okay, so looking at the 3 hour, you can see how we bounced off this diagonal trend line. We then sort of sold off into close yet again. So previous day we had a sell-off into close, fairly strong sell-off. This here has formed a bit of a double top. There's my double top there. Okay, and if I line that up, that is my target, and that is the trade that is on offer at the moment. Okay, so we'll see if we can get an entry on the 15 minutes shortly. Maybe I can get an entry in while we're doing the video quickly. So that would be interesting, because I think it would allow us to get in for the trade, move our stop to entry pretty quickly, and then see what happens at this level. So we should get a free trade, which may break through this area. So if it does break through this area, it at least validates a cup and handle for me, or potentially a smaller head and shoulders here. Well, actually, you can use bigger head and shoulders here as well. So that is the trade on offer at the moment, and I think there's merit to that one right now. Okay, 1 hour. I just need to start putting in. So you can see our double top target is all the way down here. Okay, so that's 23353. So for me, that would be 233 49.48 would be my take profit area. Okay, let's just delete this. What am I looking for? I'm looking for a retest of this level. Now bear in mind, there are a few levels in the same area, and then there's a little Brooks gap here, over there. So there are my three areas of resistance, and I always like putting the 3 micro levels in. That's 23749, that's 23771, and also 23780. The reason I do that is it gives me, instead of having to put a stop all the way up here, I can get down on the much lower time frames and get a better entry in. So 15 minutes here. Okay, still nothing there that indicates an entry. We have rejected the level once, that exhaustion bar to a level, then a bit of a sort of a gap down or gap up, close down, kind of small piercing pattern. So I'm looking for a little bit more structure than that. But being the Asia session, we can do this. Okay, still not enough structure for me at the moment. We do have a grouping of our oscillators. We do have crossover here as well. So entry will more than likely be in this area here. Let's see what our risk is going to be. 50 points. Okay, very much that I'm liking there at the moment to get in. Let's just get this. Just have a look at the 12-minute. Maybe that does give us some kind of a. No, that's not giving us anything at the moment. Okay, so basically looking at this scenario here, probably would prefer to see us bounce off a better support area. So at the moment, we are bouncing off this area here. So basically what I want us to do is I'd like to see us just have another attempt up here and then form a double top or consolidation or something. So I suspect we are going to tag 23771. So I think wait for that area. It may not actually may happen by the time the video goes live, but anyway, that's the area that we would look for entry, and our stop is 140 points away, so it's going to have to be up here. Okay, anyway guys, that's the structure I see there for trade at the moment, but we'll have to wait and see how that plays out. I think longer term today, this level here is definitely something to watch, just 23.353. If that level does go, I want to see a pullback onto it, a rejection of it, and that's going to get me short again. Okay, so there is an area where we are bouncing around now, and then there will be another area lower down. And what I want to do here because I just spotted this. Which is almost running parallel to this level here. And that there is running parallel to that previous level. Okay, so yeah, there is some structure starting to form. I think that's something that you need to bear in mind. Also bear in mind that we are bouncing off the 3-hour 150 EMA at the moment. Okay, and what we're doing is we are looking for a retest of this area here. Okay, so that's my 3-hour level. If I go to the hour, you can see how that ties in with price action. So that's the area I'm looking to bounce off, 23773. If we bounce off that area, I am short, and I'm short basically for the double top target. Okay, so that's going to give me these lows here. Then what we're looking for after that, that would validate a bigger cup and handle head and shoulders if we get through this level here of 23350. Also just bear in mind there's a lot of diagonal trend lines in that area, so there is going to be a lot of buyers coming in this zone, but breaking through there, back testing it, and then even if we run down with this trend line or break below the trend line and start using the trend line to move the downside again, that's also a pretty strong opportunity. Okay, and last thing I want to do quickly is let's just fine tune this here like that. Okay, so you can see we do have a bit of a triangle consolidation forming. Anything can happen, guys, we know that, but I think the current trade round is short. There's been a flip on the moving averages at the moment, so we are pointing to the downside, and we do have some pretty good structure here. So this is the level I'm watching, 23350. Up until then, there looks like there'll be an opportunity to short this thing a little bit higher up and target this area. If we do get through this area of 23,390, I want to see a retest of it, and that retest be successful, and then a continuation to the downside. Okay, anyway guys, that's it for me today. I hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you later. Cheers for now.